a lot of people probably just don't know about. And so I wanted to first talk about the building itself. It used to be an old fire station, right? Talk to me about how you guys have changed that look into kind of what we're looking at right now.
Well, originally this was the Central Fire Station, opened in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Central Fire Station for Bossier City until the mid 80s when they built a new one. Then this became Firehouse number 6. They were known as the Rolling Six, which is what our beer garden is actually named after. And then they built a new fire station. So we bought this building in 2014 and opened it up in May of 2015 and turned it into what it is today. But we've tried to keep as much of the history as possible. We've got a lot of the original benches and fixtures. The local firefighters have been incredibly kind to us. They donated some of the things that they make. We've got a couple baseball bats that are themed with our different beers. We've got some art on the walls, some actually donated uniforms and helmets, a fire call box. So we've really been embraced by the firefighter community as we rehabbed their building into the brewery.
I think that's so cool too, just to have a local restaurant, locally owned, that has so much history in it, right? So much history that was not just thrown away, right? It was, you guys have a mix of your own history here, with, the name of the Flying Hearts, and then also having all of the firefighter history, right? That is so important. Even naming the beer garden, which we'll walk out and take a look at here in a second too. And I think that is so cool just to keep that, right? Because if people walk in, you immediately get that vibe, right? If you know, or if you're watching our segments now, and you can come in and just one second. There we go. Sorry, I had to burp a little bit as we but no, you can walk in and you can immediately feel, right? You can sense the ambiance. You can feel, and even these two big doors that you guys have taken out and the added section, it all comes together, and it is so cool to walk around and see the firefighter helmets up there, or like you said, the fire call box. Just sitting up there. And so how much was that something that when you guys bought the building at first, you were like, yeah, we have to make sure we really keep all the history inside for the people?
Well, we really embraced it. Our number one selling beer is the Firehouse Blonde.
Yeah.
So we really embraced the history and what this building represented. It was very important to us. There's a tree out front that most people don't even know about. It was planted as a memorial for 4 city employees that passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So that keeping that kind of stuff and bringing attention to the history was very important to us. The beer cooler behind the bar was actually given to us by Home Federal Bank when they took over a building in downtown Shreveport. It was built in 1939. It was a florist cooler, and we converted it into what it is. So everything we've done here has been very thoughtful and tried to create an environment where people wanted to come and hang out and bring their family and hopefully not leave, stay and enjoy the beer, the pizza, the root beer, the whole thing. So it's very important to us.
I think that's so cool. And kind of getting into the menu now. I thought it was really, of course, having a seasonal menu, something that's always changing, right? You guys are always probably coming up with new ideas of different things to try, different menu items to add. And so how much of that do you guys work on? Is that something you guys are working like every day? Is that like a weekend come together thing? How do you guys always come up with great ideas?
It's honestly, it's a constant process.
Yeah.
So what we found in the early days of making beer is everybody was always asking every time, well, what's new? So we've really incorporated that into who we are. And our tagline is, you're the reason we craft. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we're doing. We're crafting new cocktails, new pizzas. We're always coming up with something new. Not all of them are winners. We've done some stuff. We did a Funyun beer one time and paired it with a corn dog pizza.
That's awesome.
Wasn't our best seller, but it was fun and it was something new. So we're constantly trying new things. So it's super fun.
I think that's so cool. A Funyun beer sounds so good. I mean, maybe it doesn't sound the most crazy delicious, but man, does that sound fun. Let's go take a look at that beer garden now, out in the back. It was something that I thought was really cool, especially because of the history that you guys kind of told me about why the beer garden became kind of so popular. As we take a step outside, again, very nice. You guys have the little outdoor seating area. It's all covered right now because it has been a little rainy due at times, and so making sure that it is all closed and it dried off. But why did this area become so popular for you guys?
Well, people like to drink beer in just about every environment. And so we were kind of limited on space inside. And over the years, we just gradually developed the space. It went from being small to the size that it is now. We've added a stage. We've got lots of seating. We've got heaters. We can drop the plastic down when it's cold. This thing will be packed all year long.
Yeah.
So in the wintertime, we in the summer, we roll it up and get good airflow. And it's just a great place to come and hang out. Right outside, we've got an area where the kids can play with. We've got cornhole, we've got the Jenga, things like that. It's just, again, something for the whole family to enjoy when we have good weather in this area.
How often do you guys, I see a stage over there. How often do you guys have live music playing here?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday. Cool. So if you guys are interested in something like that, again, I mean, even over there, Jeff's is just about to pass it. Look at that fire hydrant over there. That's a little bit more history that sits right there. So live music every Thursday. Around what time on Thursday do you guys have that?
Starts at 7:00.
Yeah.
And then don't forget, on Mondays we have trivia,
Mhm.
and then on Tuesdays we do music bingo as well.
Very nice. I like it. And so, yeah, that's one thing that I really like too about a restaurant is that one, you are giving date night opportunities too, right? Because that's one thing we're always looking for is how to take the guy or girl out, making sure you guys are out having a fun time. Music bingo sounds fun. Trivia sounds fun. Live music is also really fun. So having those different things to kind of work on is really, really, really cool. Let's take a step back inside. Now we kind of grabbed the outside ambiance here are those little beanbag tossers that we have here. But as we come back inside and we are going to look at this food one last time, I wanted to talk about your guys' menu, or not necessarily just the menu, but what we have out here. Because one thing that we talked about earlier was that you guys have something for everybody, right? Something for parents to enjoy, kids to enjoy. And that really brings in the family feel that this restaurant kind of has. Is that something that it was really thoughtful and meaningful to you guys when bringing that up in the process?
Absolutely. I mean, pizza is for everybody. Kids, grandparents, everybody likes a pizza. So, in developing the recipes, we try to make some, pepperoni is still our number one seller, but we do, meat lovers, we do the Hawaiians, we do everything. You can come in and create your own pizza. So we have all the ingredients to make anything that you really want. And the cool thing about pizza is just a palette. So whatever you really want, whatever you want to do, we can make it happen.
What about desserts? I know that I just tried a brownie. Do you guys have a bunch of other desserts too that people are really into?
We usually just focus on one for a given month.
Okay.
So kind of like our seasonal cocktails. We do a different cocktail every month.
Mhm.
We do the seasonal beers and we do seasonal desserts as well.
I like that. So lucky me, I got the ice cream and brownie, which is literally my favorite. I know they had no clue that was my favorite, and I got my favorite. So very cool. And pepperoni pizza. If you guys know a thing about me, I love pepperoni pizza, especially New York style pizza. And those pepperonis that really cusp and cup a little bit and keep the flavor. They are so, so good. Guys, thank you so much for watching our KTBS Plus live stream. And remember, it is 318 Restaurant Week. If you guys haven't tried the Flying Heart Brewing and Pub, guys, they have a special and everything. What was that special for 318 Restaurant Week?
So we've got a lunch special where you get 2 salads, a pizza of your choice, and then 2 soft drinks or teas. And then for dinner, we have you can get any dessert. And I'm saying dessert first. You mentioned desserts. I recommend you get the dessert first because our pizzas heat up at home real well, but they're also very filling. So if you eat the entire pizza, you might not get to enjoy the dessert, right? So do that backwards a little bit. And we do have another staple dessert where it's a Belgian waffle. So it's a little bit sweeter on the waffle side, and then typically comes with ice cream and some toppings on that as well. So, but for that dinner special, you have the dessert, you have any pizza, and then you get 2 beers as well. Anything on tap.
There you guys go. There is your special here for 318 Restaurant Week. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream again, and we hope you have a happy and healthy rest of your day. Bye-bye.